Hello everybody, welcome to another class. So let's begin. We are in our course Academic English number 2, Unit 2, Saturday program, and this is our third program, our third day. So let's see what we're going to learn today or what we're going to remember a little bit more. So as usual, you can go to your page number 27 in order to get the reference about what we're going to be talking about, right? So we're going to start with something that you may know and you might remember from previous courses or previous classes. And we're going to talk about suffixes, right? Remember that we have the prefixes and now we're going to talk about the suffixes, right? And this one, the definition, it says that there are words that are placed after another words and these ones modify their meanings, okay? So prefixes are basically just some words that we add to another word. And this one is going to change a little bit the meaning of this, right? Specifically in this class, we're going to be talking about three. The first one is all, and the description or we can use it for is when we say that something is related to, and then we have as an example logical, philosophical, bacterial, right? So all of them finishes with all. Then we have the IC or ICAL, and this one is for having the form. Psychological, right? And then we have the other examples, and as you can see, all of them finish they have the suffix of ICAL, right? Or IC in this case, right? And the other one that we're going to be practicing today is xiong, right? Depending on what it's for. And that one is for a state of being, for example, position, right? And then you have more examples. Actually, we have a bunch of suffixes, right? We have a lot. This is just one example, right? But today we're going to be focusing in these three, let's say, and this is how we're going to be using them in the context for the class, okay? We're going to see that it depends when are you going to use them, okay? We're going to see that for the exercises of this class, we're going to be using them with nouns and also with adjectives. So let's see how that. Okay, let's pay attention to the study tip that we have. And it says learn suffixes like all or I call for adjectives. Okay, remember the previous class that I placed like a bunch of adjectives, so you can go back to that video if you want and remember. Well, just remember, you know, what are adjectives, right? Remember that adjectives describe something like beautiful, ugly, happy, sad, all those type of words, they're adjective, right? So in this case, we're going to see that we're going to be using that for adjectives, how, and icon. And then for nouns, remember that a noun can be an object, can be a person, right? That is a noun. We're going to be using the tion or sion, right? We're going to see that in this example that we have over here. And it says, in this summary of the article, complete the second sentences with a form of the bold words in the first sentence. The words can all be found in the article. Okay, so the article is actually in the first page. This is page 27, so that one is under page number 26. But we're going to try to resolve this exercise without, okay, without seeing the article. I want you to think a little bit to identify if it's an adjective or if it's a noun. And you have your chivo in the same example, okay? So I'm going to give you approximately 2 minutes to do this exercise. So I'm going to ask you to please pause the video and resolve it, okay? But first, let's see the example that we have. Technology companies love to innovate and hope that consumers will adopt their products quickly. However, consumers vary in their approach to innovation, right? So we see that innovate. What is innovate? Do you think it's an adjective or do you think it's a noun? What we're going to be needing in this? Okay, so we're going to see the innovation, right? It's a noun, right? It's something that we can talk about, okay? And then we're going to see that the other word that we're going to change, adopt. So you will have to see which one will be better, right? You're going to see if it's, let's see, adoptical, does that exist, right? Or you're going to say maybe adoption. Which one do you think is better? Okay, so take your 2 minutes, pause the video, and come back. Okay, so I suppose that the 2 minutes have passed. And now we're going to check our answers. Okay, don't cheat, do your exercise first. Okay, so now we're going to be able to see our answers. And this is something that that I was telling you about to remember. Remember that we use pion with noun and we use al or icon with an adjective. So for example, innovate, innovation is a noun and recreation, recreational is an adjective, right? Like recreational parks. So you are given an adjective to the park in this case. Okay, so ready for your answers? Okay, let's check them. So in the first one, we knew that it was innovation. In the second one, of course, adoption, because adoptical, that doesn't exist, right? Then we go with the next one, which is cautious. We're going to change it with caution. Okay, there you go. Number 3, we're going to change penetrated with penetration, and then we're going to change phenomenon for phenomenal. The next one, we're going to change recreation for recreational, like the example that I provided you. Then on number 5, we have millennium. We're going to change it to millennial. Number 6, assume. We're going to change it for assumption. Number 7, radically, radical, and revising, revision. See, it's something very easy. You just have to follow these 2 simple rules. What do you need? You need an adjective or you need a noun. Right? Remember, adjectives describe something. And nouns are basically what you're talking about, right? As you can see here, for example, the market has changed radically and experts are revising their theories. Werner's model, therefore, needs a radical revision, right? So in this case, radical is an adjective, right? And revision is the noun, right? Remember that radical is something extreme, so it's an adjective, right? Radical is describing revision. We need like an extreme revision, right? So just pay attention to those parts of the sentence, and then you will be more than ready. Okay, just pay attention to these 2 details, and then that's it. Okay, your turn as usual. Okay, as you can see here down below, you have 5 questions, 5 prompts. And what I want you to do is, actually I'm covering this. Okay, there you go. Now you can see and complete. I need you to think about these questions, okay, these 5 questions. And I need you to write some ideas of your answers on your notebook. When you write those ideas on your notebook, I need you to use at least 1 suffix word on each answer, okay? And as you can see, I circle at least 1. So you know that if you have 5 sentences, you need to have at least 5 suffix words, right? And I need you to circle those ones on your notebook, okay? Right now, you don't have to send it. Right now, no. I'll give you more instructions in our live session, okay? But for now, you just have to write them on your notebook and have them ready, okay? By have them ready, I mean that when we start discussing, you already have thought about these questions, right? So you can come up with an answer and you're not gonna be like, well, I don't know, teacher. No, 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 no. That's not acceptable. You will have a whole time to think and have your answers ready. Remember that you have to use at least one suffix word for this exercise. Okay, perfect. So that is your turn. Then, guys, you also are going to resolve your page number 25 from your student book. For this one, you need a audio. And together with this video, in another mini video, you will have the audios, okay? There are two audios. Obviously, they are played only one time. But in order to resolve the exercise, you need to listen 2 or 3 times to the audio, okay? And obviously, with this audio, you will be able to resolve your page number 25, okay? Ready? Okay, excellent. Remember that the video will be together with this one in another mini video that says audios for page number 25. Okay, great. And that is it for today, guys. I can wait to see you next class. So have fun and be safe. And I'll see you next Saturday. Take care. Bye-bye.